What's up, Otters? Today we're going to talk about a communication audit. Now, why do we do communication audits? Our goal with communication audits is for you to tell your story better to your ideal audience so you convert and you build loyal fans. My name's Scott Bartnick. I'm one of the co-founders here at Otter PR, and I'm a communications expert. These communication audits are critical to you building a story, a brand voice, and avid fans. If you think about companies like Apple and Coca-Cola, they have done such a great job at building their story and their brand. So that's part of what we're gonna do here. Now, with communication audits, the first step in this is determining who you're talking to. Who is your target demographic? If you're trying to market to everyone, you're probably not going to succeed very well. So what we do is we build a customer avatar. Now, your customer avatar is the exact person you want to speak to. If you're selling something and it's designed for children, you might not want to actually advertise towards children, you might want to advertise towards mothers. So you want to target a very specific pay as well. So say you're targeting mothers who are making $40,000 a year, they live in the United States, and they come from a large family. They have multiple kids. Now that you know this about them, you'll answer a couple other questions about their personalities. Do they like to play video games? Things like that. And you're gonna really dial down into this customer avatar. You wanna know as much as you can about your ideal customer, and then make all of your decisions based off of this one person who fits your demographic. You want this person to read your work and your advertising and your brand and be like, oh my God, they're talking to me. Specifically to me, this is for me. So the next part of this process is figuring out what action you want your ideal customer to take. So there's a couple steps we take in this process, but first I like to work backwards. So if you think about what action needs to be taken, you're gonna look at what is your conversion? Is it a sale? Do you want them to read your blog? Do you want them to give a donation? Whatever that action is, you need to know that end result. And then I kind of like to start at the top again, is how we're getting people into our funnel. Is that PR? Is that ads? Is that marketing? Whatever, is that direct response marketing? Whatever that is. And then there's a couple steps in between that now you kind of get to fill in the gaps. So the next step for you guys is what I call a critical action. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a landing page. You have your traffic, then you're gonna bring your traffic to a landing page or a storefront or an event. And at that event, once you've gotten your traffic in front of you, you have eyeballs on your landing page, you wanna know what you want them to do there. It is important that they take a critical action. We call this a critical action because if they don't engage in your brand in this right way, so say it's watching a video or booking a consultation, you've lost that lead. They haven't opted in as a lead. They haven't bought into your brand yet. Now, once they've taken this critical action, this isn't a conversion yet. This isn't a sale. You want them to then have the opportunity to be followed up. That's why lead generation is so important, or figuring out a way to bring them back so then they can actually make that conversion later on. Because most of the times, people don't convert the first time they land on your website or they go into a store, maybe they're just browsing, but you wanna have them have a positive experience and have a critical action. Again, for a lot of people, it will be lead generation of some sort. For us, it's a book a consultation. Then you have this follow-up process to conversion. All right, so now you know who your ideal customer is and you know what you want them to do. Now you have to audit everything that you've done externally and figuring out, is it aligning to who we're targeting? So you wanna review your website. You wanna ask specific questions like, is the branding geared towards my target audience? Is my site free of mistakes? Is it written in the right vernacular for this individual, for this age group? Things like that you're gonna review, and you'll kind of prompt yourself to figure out exactly where you're going wrong, why you're not converting well, or maybe one of the biggest things that I see is no critical action, no call to action, no way for them to engage with your brand. So it's just a page of information, but they can't do anything from there. So that's one of the biggest errors that I see. All right, so now once you've audited this, you've answered a couple questions that are templated, you're gonna go ahead and start looking for those improvements you can make. So again, one of the biggest things that we see all the time is no call to action. So a recommendation from there is make a clear call to action and only make one. Sometimes sites will have, book a consultation, pay now, read my blog, subscribe here. Those aren't really good landing pages because people get lost and confused and end up bouncing off. You wanna make sure that you're just driving that traffic in a funnel to exactly where you want them to go and following your process. Anyways, guys, I hope this is helpful. There's obviously a lot more to this. If you were interested in a free consultation on a communication audit or want to learn more, head to our blog or reach out and book a consultation today. Thank you.